225 billion naira judgment against Fidelity Bank PLC by the Supreme Court. That is huge. Before I go ahead to tell you the lessons to be learned from this for you as an individual, you as a business owner, you as a property buyer, let me give you the gist of the matter. In the 2000s, an engineering firm called GCAPA secured some loans from a bank. When it had defaulted, Fidelity Bank PLC decided to seize those assets and dispose of them to recover funds. This was despite a court injunction restraining the disposal of those assets. One of those assets was a property located at Ibadan, which was sold to a company called Sagecom. 2006, Sagecom realized that this property was not to be sold given the injunction of the court, and so they approached Fidelity Bank to refund their money. But Fidelity Bank said, "Mba, you've already purchased it, forget about it." And that was the origin of a court matter that lasted so many years, from the High Court to the Court of Appeal and then to the apex court, the Supreme Court. Take note that there's no court above the Supreme Court, so their decisions are final. So lessons for you: obey court orders. Court orders are not just advice. If you disobey them, it is risky business and they can bankrupt your business. 2. Do your due diligence before buying any property. Make sure you check, not just at the land registry, normal search, but also search the court registry. Check for disputes, check for court injunctions. Make sure there is no legal dispute on that property when you're buying it. The other day I was doing due diligence for a client. I realized that there was a court matter, a pending dispute on the property. I had to advise the client, guy, if you go ahead with this, whatever the outcome is, it's gonna affect you. So my dear, you best carry your money and run for your life. Because look at Sagecom, loss of time, effort, funds. Thankfully, justice was done in the end. Successor liability is real, very real. When you acquire a company, you acquire its liabilities, its disputes, its lawsuits, and everything. Before joining yourself as a director to a company, you have to check, do your due diligence to check. Is this company clean? Are the liabilities more than the assets? Fidelity Bank acquired FSB and its baggages. In concluding, it's pertinent to know that in Nigeria, justice can work, even though a bit slow. So this case from the High Court to the Supreme Court took nearly 2 decades, but in the end, the law caught up. One wrong move in a corporate transaction could cost billions. Watch what your employees are doing, because by the time you're paying the price of the wrong move, some of those employees have jackpot, or they have disappeared, or they've left your company, and the company is left with a burden. Business owners, lawyers, buyers, this is your cue to think legally before acting.